Greetings, Wanderer. This is Atlas here, and welcome to the Void. Today I'm going to be reacting and breaking down a song called Abracadavre, Elena Sichman from the Call of Duty Black Ops 1 original soundtrack. This is one of the coffee personal requests that I had scheduled for this month, and this one comes from Undone by Blood, and the message says, "Hi Atlas, the song I would like to for the breakdown request is Abracadavre Elena Sichman from Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Very straightforward and to the point, I like it. I am no stranger to Call of Duty, of course. This is one of the most biggest IPs in gaming history, let's say. And I have played Call of Duty Black Ops 1. As a matter of fact, I think Black Ops 1 might be my favorite Call of Duty of all of them. Because the campaign, in my opinion, is like the best. It's like tier S. However, I never played Call of Duty as a multiplayer, except a little bit maybe of Modern Warfare 1. But I did play Black Ops 1, and I thought it was a fantastic game. However, as I've been informed, this particular song is actually belongs to the multiplayer zombie mode of the game. So I've never played or heard this particular song, alright? So I'm really looking forward to it. But before we begin, I would like to invite you to listen to my newest song, which is a Dark Souls inspired song called Fate of the Dark Lord, which is actually the song that you have been listening in the background of the intro of this video. So if you like what you hear so far and you would like to hear the full song, I'm gonna leave it in this card right here, but also in the description of this video, right? And with that being said, onward. Alright. It's going to be Abracadavre, Elena Sichman from the Black Ops 1 original soundtrack. Boom. Okay. It's a metal song. That's a surprise. I think they're using 8-string guitars, extended range guitars. And it has lyrics, alright. What the hell? I did not expect this. Say? That was an interesting line. That play on words was really cool. Be gone. end, those freaking vocals at the end. I think I might be able to play this if I tune my guitar to drop A. Oh. That was a very pop transition right there. Going to a higher register. Yeah, this part I can't play in the guitar. This that what part is was on the 8th string. This reminds me so much of Linkin Park. I'm wretched. I really like the chord progression in the chorus. Mm-hmm. Oh, Elena is the singer. Okay. And the music was by Kevin Sherwood. All right. Oh, there we have it. I think this is the end, right? Yeah, there it is. All right. Well, I was not expecting this song to be a metal song at all. But it's quite refreshing to hear, you know, metal music in video games and whatnot. This particular track has influences like from Linkin Park, you know, with the samples and whatnot, and you know the lo-fi quote unquote mix sections that are in between the to make transitions in between choruses and verses and whatnot, and a little bit of horn too, in those melody kind of, you know, spooky, crooky kind of melodies played in, I think it was a xylophone or something like that. That very sparkly instrument, as well as Fear Factory here and there, with those really rhythmic 16 notes, heavy attack kind of patterns, you know what I mean? We're going to be talking more in depth about those things in the breakdown, so let's break it down. Alright, so for this particular breakdown, as you can see here, I had to get the heavy weights. Instead of the acoustic guitar, obviously, I'm going to use the my electric guitar. This guitar is it's also extended range, but it's a 7-string guitar, and there's parts of the song which I'm not going to be able to play because they're played on an 8-string. Because as a matter of fact, now we have 6-string guitars, 7-string guitars, 8-string guitars, and even 9 and 10-string guitars nowadays. But those are still kind of rare. 8-string guitars have become more and more, let's say, common in metal music, in very heavy music. They have become quite, they have spread out in their influence in towards music and whatnot, and you can hear that in this song in particular, of course. So on top of having these very rhythmic percussive patterns in some of the parts of a song, you also have the added heaviness, let's say, of using an extended range guitar, which is in this case an 8-string guitar. So there's parts that I'm not going to be able to play. Technically, I could play them if I tune the guitar to an 8-string guitar, but I would rather not do that, just to preserve the tension of the neck and whatnot. Okay. But don't worry, I'm going to be able to show you some of the things that are played in the song. So I would like to start by mentioning the very fast, percussive, heavy attack patterns that we hear in the song. So I'm going to show you some of them, and then I'm going to explain what that does in terms of maybe the storytelling of the song, but also, the feeling that you get from it. Alright, so as you can hear there, those are very fast, rhythmic, heavy attack percussive patterns, if you will, because, on top of the guitar being, saturated, having a lot of distortion, which adds to the, let's say to the congruency of the attack, and because very saturated guitars are very compressed, which means that the volume that you perceive from the instrument is going to be very much the same all the time. You know what I mean? So considering that, and the technique that you use to play those riffs, you have to mute the string, which also adds to the sound being very percussive and very heavy attack, and the speed, the boom. You could say that sometimes it sounds like a machine gun or something like that, right? So that kind of approach, let's say, to playing those kind of riffs, add to the very heaviness and nature of the sound of it, because it sounds like it's very punishing, and it's like a layer upon a layer of playing techniques and whatnot where you can actually achieve that kind of sound, as you could hear in my previous demonstration. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the chorus. Alright, I think the chord progression is like this. Alright, so as you can hear there, it's a very simple chord progression, but it's very effective because it's, it's very ear candy, there's like an earworm in that chord progression. Yeah, like D, F, A sharp. You could also play it like this. Or just the way I played it. By the way, I had to tune my guitar to drop A to be able to play that riff, alright? But there's other ones that I couldn't play because, like I said before, it's not, I don't have an 8-string guitar. But you will notice at the end of the chorus, the writer of a song, the composer of a song, just switches it up and starts playing it in an octave. So to finalize my commentary, I just would like to mention a little bit briefly the lyrics of the track, alright? Because I think this is like a narration of a character within the game that has like a conflict within. Well, in this case, I think it's herself, because I think Elena, which is the singer of a song, is actually like playing the role of the character by singing the song. So it's basically like the character singing this song to almost to herself, because like I said before, it's like a conflict within herself. I think sometimes she speaks in first person and sometimes she speaks about the zombies, actually, because she talks about the damage and the darkness that she brings into the world, but at the same time she compares herself with the zombies, because for example, I'm gonna read this part. I don't feel like I am real, but I know it's all imaginary. Are they real and do they feel? It's all the pain just inside my head. So that particular part of the lyrics is very unveiling, because it's like she's reflecting who she is with the zombies. And zombies are like undead people, the perception that we have of the zombies is like they're just reanimated corpses and they don't have feelings, and they are not basically real people, let's say, right? So it's like an identity crisis for her in terms of maybe she feels like she is numb, like emotionally numb, or she doesn't feel anything, and therefore she's bringing this darkness to the world, maybe as a consequence of how she feels. But still, there's this spark of question, like why I'm feeling this way. Like it's almost like she doesn't want to feel this way, but at the same time, it's like she has this perception that it's too late for her already. So she's doing she's in this dark path or whatnot. But at the same time, it's like there's like a little spark within her that makes her question who she is. So it's not like she's like a plain villain, that's just evil because it's just evil. It's this character seems to be doing bad things, or it's leading towards the path of the dark. But at the same time, there's like a spark there that is still questioning herself into what she's doing and who she is as a person, what she's going through. So yeah, to finalize my commentary, I think the story within the song is pretty cool, and I like that is the character who sings the song in a sense, of course. I also like that the composer of the track actually was not afraid to include screams and extreme vocals in the song. Although the structure is, you know, there's some very pop things going on in the song, which of course you want to have, because let's be honest, this is a Call of Duty song, yeah. So it's not like you can go to the extreme and just do whatever you want. You gotta have some sense of something that will be, how do I articulate this? Something that all people can relate, even though it's a very heavy metal song, you know what I mean? So that pop element is right there. But they were not afraid to cross the line or the boundaries of what that is every once in a while, you know, with the shrieking vocals and the extreme vocals and whatnot, which I did like that. And other than that, you know, it's a very solid metal song, inspired by bands like Linkin Park, Korn, and Fear Factory for those, you know, really fast percussive rhythmic patterns that I explained in the beginning. So I'm gonna give this track a silver badge. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and share it with your friend. Also, please don't forget to visit my Patreon, my Ko-fi profile, and my Ko-fi store in case you want to support my work further, and my Teespring merch shop. And of course, ex nihilo nihil fit.